Cold Steel. I actually like this one. I really do. Let's talk blades, everybody. That's what we're into today. Cold Steel Ranch Boss 2. Now, you guys have seen my Ranch Boss video, and you guys know how happy I was with that. And I am. I'm really happy with that one as being a budget knife. This is another budget knife. This one's more, I don't know, fancier. This one comes with a sheath. Okay, a leather sheath. That's it. That is real leather. It's not like pleather, like that plastic leather crap. Let's get into this. Okay, let's. This is the box. All right, you have the 4-inch blade length. You know, you got your steel SK5. All right, and you got all that other stuff. So really awesome. Comes in this big old clunky thing. Got your warranty information. If you're able to get one of these, I highly recommend it if you really want one. Oh man, how much did I spend on this? I don't remember. I really don't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, it doesn't come with anything else. It doesn't come with like a plastic bag or sleeve or anything. It just comes with this box, and this gets thrown in there. So, not a huge thing. I really like this knife. Really, really do. They executed it very well. Now, before you guys start asking, where did this come from? I added this to that. I just put it on there. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I just threw it on there, and I don't know. It works. Now, this is plastic, all right? You got that shield on there. For those of you who want to do any type of engraving on that, I'm sure you can. I think that's a really nice touch. But yeah, traditional. It does have a locking mechanism on there. So you got that liner lock. And you got that 4-inch blade. It's nice and solid. No blade play. There's a hair blade play side to side. But it's very, very minute. Nice. It's really nice. SK5. Of course, China. You can ignore that if you want to. Range Boss 2. Yes. Yes, and look at that. You have a pivot screw on a traditional knife. I think that's one really cool thing. I give a thumbs up on that. That means you can adjust the pivot on this. That to me is I was sold. Like, that's awesome. I really, really like that. So with this knife, there's so much to like about it. You got a screw-in construction, so it's not this pinned in type of thing. With traditional knives like this, it's I don't know. It's a great thing. It's a really, really great thing. You got your lanyard hole, which I put this on there. Like I said, this did not come from the factory like this. I just put it on there. But you could throw a weird lanyard on there if you wanted to. It's just a great knife. It's a really, really great knife. I carried this for, oh man, how long did I carry this for? I think I carried this. It was just in my back pocket. I carried it for the better half of maybe like 2 or 3 months. The only downer is that it's a heavy knife. It's got some heft to it. It's got some weight, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It exists, all right? It's not bad though. The real leather pouch is really cool. You got that Cold Steel on there. It feels very quality. Oh, geez, how much did I spend on this? I don't remember. I think it was anywhere between like 40 and 60. I think. Don't quote me. It might have been cheaper than that. But that's just I've had it for a little while, and I've been meaning to put it on my channel. And it's got that nail nick on there. This is really sharp. I remember I actually cut myself with it one day. Someone called my name, and I was like doing something, and I sliced open my thumb. This was a while back. I felt it, but I was like, ha! I look, and I was like, holy crap. Yeah, this thing is Cold Steel sharp. So, really, really nice. Really, really nice. Cold Steel did a good job on this. So we'll get into the specs of this knife. So you are looking at a 4-inch. That is a big knife. A little bit over 4 inches with the blade reach. But the cutting edge, it's like right under 4 inches. That's strange. 3 1/8 cutting edge, but 4 inches of actual blade. That's including the ricasso. It's actually a little bit longer than that. So you're looking at 4 1/8 actually. And a almost 4.5, oh no, excuse me, 9.5 inches overall. So that's a pretty big knife. We'll go ahead and get into the weight. Now I'm going to weigh both the knife and the knife sheath while it's inside of it. That's the only thing I don't like about this. Hold on, I got to do this off camera. To unlock this knife, it's not the blade stick, or not the blade stick. It's not the lock stick. I think it's, I don't know. You guys will have to, I'll try and do it on camera one more time. Hopefully I don't cut myself. If I do, hey, you guys get to see blood. 5.36 ounces just for the knife itself. So when I put it back in its sheath, weigh that all together, you're looking at 7.84 ounces. And that, yes, that does unfortunately count with the this beaded lanyard that I threw on there. So assuming that you're going to use your lanyard for anything, you know, give or take a few ounces. But yeah, this is a very solid liner lock kind of knife. Now the only thing is you see how that is right there? That is early lockup, which means that's great, you know, great news. It's also very solid. But when I push it down, I push this part down, it disengages the lock. Man, that's kind of difficult. Yeah, damn. Okay, well, it works. It's not the best at disengaging the lock. It's kind of this is a two-handed opening and closing knife. Let's just put it that way. I was thinking about putting a one of those attachable, was it Quick Thumb or something like that? I can't remember what it is, but it's like that little attachable thumb stud you can put on a knife like this. This spine is way too wide for that. So don't waste your money. Unless you're willing to, I don't know, kind of file it down to where it can fit, to put a, you know, a thumb stud on there. But this really doesn't matter either way. It's a great big knife. You got the nail nick on there. You just got to open it 2 hands. Really cool. It does weigh down the pocket, like I said, because of its, you know, size and material and all that. So it does have a bit of heft to it. Not something that I recommend anybody carry on a day-to-day basis unless you are working on a farm somewhere, or if you are bringing it to work and using it for work, then yeah, sure, you know, use it for that. But if you're going to use it for just a regular EDC, not my greatest advice to be carrying it, because it just weighs, it feels like a brick in your pants pocket. It really does. And I carried around a Buck 110 once, the original, and all that brass and steel in my back pocket. I literally felt like I was carrying a rock in my pocket. It was just huge. But it worked, though. I mean, it was great. It did what it needed to do, and it provided me with whatever usage I needed to use it for. And I even put one of those little thumb stud things, that little quick thumb stud on there. And I thought that was really cool. And it worked. It did what it needed to do. And it made me feel like I needed to carry something different. So that's what I did. But all around, if you're looking for a good cold steel knife, the Range Boss 1 and 2, I recommend highly. I really do. If you're a knife collector, those are just 2 knives that you got to have in your collection from Cold Steel. You could probably buy them both under and have the bill come under $100, I believe, depending on when this video gets released and depending on whether or not the price tags have changed, or availabilities, I assume. But I really do. I enjoy both knives. I really do. So for the price of one expensive Cold Steel, you can get 2 knives. Because I remember this was also a budget knife too. This wasn't very expensive. I just don't remember how much I spent on it. But you can get this, plus you can get the original Range Boss and this one and still have a little bit of spending money to go and get some sushi or Chipotle or something. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. I enjoy this knife a lot, so much that I ended up having to get the first Range Boss. I did not own the first Range Boss before owning this one. I have to tell you, I owned this one first because I was going through a fit of I would like to have traditional knives in my collection. And when I got this, I was really, really happy. I was really, really, really satisfied in carrying this knife. So I went ahead and bought the first Range Boss because I liked it so much and I wanted something that I could carry on me that's not as big and bulky. So the first Range Boss was great for that. It was a great EDC without having to look or feel like something that needs a freaking sheath and is so big, you know? So, and it works, you know? It's just, I don't know. I very much enjoy this, the Range Boss series from Cold Steel. So yeah, very much enjoy that. I think I carried this for a little bit, and then I just couldn't do it. I had to get the Range Boss. I carried the first Range Boss before I carried number 2, this one, for a lot longer than I would normally. But yeah, for those of you who like collecting this kind of stuff, this is a total win. If you're able to get the Range Boss 2, get it. I can't recommend this knife enough. It's fantastic. It feels great. Carries awesome. That's if you don't mind not having a pocket clip or a thumb stud. It just works great. It really does. It's very pretty. I like it. I really do. Not much to say about it. Like I said, I haven't really carried it too long. But I gotta tell you, I really do enjoy it. So it went straight to my collection. That I didn't want to mess it up too much. I just liked it, you know, for it being a budget knife. It really does meet a lot of my expectations, and it surpassed a lot more. So really, really good stuff. If you're willing to spend the money, which it really doesn't have that huge of a price tag, it's still a great knife. So I'm gonna stop yapping. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. So go ahead and slash that like button, stab that subscribe, slice that bell icon so you guys are notified anytime I post new stuff in these craziest of times. Everybody, please be kind, be safe, carry responsibly. And I'll see you all in the next video. Man, I almost ran out of breath.